And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to WrestlePurists Worldwide. I'm your host, Ibu of WrestlePurists, better known to many of you guys as Back of Hangman. And I'm joined as usual by Anna and Monty. And we're going to be talking about whatever comes to mind, honestly, the latest happenings, the weekend in pro wrestling. We'll be focusing today on the cinematic encounter with Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. Was it cinema? Was it high art? Or was it fucking garbage? Wait, I forgot. I can't.
I don't mind. It's a Monday. It's okay.
Yeah, it'll be fine. But was it? Yeah, was it cinema or was it garbage? Was it art? Was it high literature? Was it high art? We'll talk about it. We'll get into it. You're going to get comprehensive, detailed, expansive coverage on Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes' encounter on the football field and them coming to Jesus and coming to terms with a partnership. We'll dissect it. We'll review it. We'll analyze it. We'll break it down. But beyond that, folks, today you're going to get your official preview of AEW Grand Slam because this Wednesday they're going to be taping in Arthur Ashe for 4 hours, and you're going to get a Dynamite and a Collision in Arthur Ashe Stadium. We'll give you guys our full coverage of the matches, previews, give you our predictions, and our takes, and we'll also talk about whatever news and rumors may be circulating either on the forefront or behind the scenes regarding AEW Grand Slam on Dynamite and Collision. So, guys, strap in. It should be a fun 90 minutes of wrestling podcast content. Make sure to like the video if you haven't already. And feel free to ask us any questions. It's another wrestling weekend that I'm come off of, talking to the big two, working the phones, all the usual business as usual. But I do it for you guys, I do it for you guys. And if you have any questions you'd like to ask, feel free to, and I'll do my best to answer the questions. Or also just give us your takes, your opinions on the Cody Roman stuff. Give us your opinions on AEW Grand Slam, the match you're most excited to watch. Let us know what you're excited for. So make sure to like the video, comment, send super chats, and subscribe. And without further ado, Anna, I know you just been to the cinema. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. That we're gonna get into the segment later,
Yes,
but I just need to say, yeah, I laughed so much. That made and destroyed my week at the same time. I was thinking about it the whole weekend. It's great.
I think I woke up Monty to like 6 straight Anna messages about the segment. It was just like Ibu, like what the fuck? It was like a stream
It
of
was the
consciousness.
first thing. Okay, I woke up. I need to just say, I woke up Saturday and Sunday. I worked 12 hours each day. I woke up Saturday morning. I opened Twitter. First thing that I see is the segment. It's like a 9-minute video.
9 minutes.
Let me watch this, before going to work for 12 hours. So that was the first thing I saw in my entire weekend. I don't know how to feel about it.
Anna, it's amazing because the morning of SmackDown, I reached out to my sources at WWE. I was like, "Hey, so what you guys got planned for Cody and Roman?" They were like, "Just watch. This is gonna be big." Like, strap it. They were talking.
And the thing that it was so funny because you could see they were so proud of it. Like they thought they ate so bad.
They always are.
They were like, "Ooh, people are gonna love this one." Like we killed it,
Up front, I'm gonna say this as a scoop. So Paul Heyman was there, and obviously when you're on set, like you don't see what the finished edited product looks like with the sound effects and that type of stuff. But Paul Heyman is on set, right? When they finished like the last line and Roman said like "You're in my way in life," and he walked off and they said "cut," he apparently was just like one of the people who was just kind of like, wow, come here, man. Just saying a lot of powerful hugs, people getting emotional. People high-fiving.
I wish I was in that set. I wish I was like a fly on the wall in that set.
Anna, you're looking at the script and you're like, what the fuck?
Who wrote that? We're gonna get into that later. I just need
we'll
to
get
say
into
that
it. Monty.
I'm feeling some type of way.
Monty, how are you feeling, Monty?
I'm good. I'm good, man. Ready to get into it. How are you doing, Ibu? No one asks you on these anymore,
Yeah. I'm okay. I've been watching a lot of 1997 New Japan Pro Wrestling, if you haven't noticed, and it's been a lot of fun, and it's also been very humbling. I feel like I'm back to my 2021 days where like nobody engages with my posts anymore, but I'm having a good time, so it doesn't matter. I'll be like, oh man, look at that Fujinami Dragon Screw, and it'll say like 2 likes, and I'm like, what are you gonna do? But yeah, I'm having a good time going through that type of stuff. Other than that, I'm having a good time in general. Raw tends to be a good show these days, so I'm looking forward to that to a degree. Io Sky did end up wrestling last week, and she had a lovely match with Bianca Belair. And that made it onto the WrestlePurists top 5 matches of the week. It got a 3 3/4 star rating, well deserved. But yeah, I'm having a good little time here, and hopefully it continues, and we'll go from there.
Good stuff, man.
Absolutely.
You want to start with some super chats?
Yeah, I was going to say, without further ado, guys, this is your opportunity to get the super chats in, because after this, we're going right into the coverage. So whatever you want to ask us, whatever you want to say, man, get it in now, man. Make it in that door. So again, send the super test, guys, if you're just tuning in. We'll read them now before going into the coverage of the weekend's events. And without further ado, take it away, Monty.
Wouldn't it be right if we didn't start Mondays without Darren Walker?
Oh boy.
Darren Walker, £5. Best news of the week is the return of someone who who I got to talk to in Manchester last year. A nice young woman. Welcome back, DMD. Yeah, she's coming back on the AEW anniversary show in 2 weeks' time. So, yeah, she's on her way back, Anna. I know you're super excited about it, and looks like she's going to be taking on Serena Deeb.
Look,
it's going to be a
I
hot
love
crowd,
Serena
I'm sure.
Deeb. I love Serena Deeb. Yeah, that's why. But I love Serena Deeb, but that's gonna be like the slowest match of all time. I'm sorry, like.
The way it was presented was so funny. It was like those like dramatic vignettes when wrestlers are coming back. Like, what was the date? It said like 10 something 24, and it went like it was whatever. It was like 10 5 24, and it turned into like D M D, and it just ended. And it's like, okay, cool.
A lot of cinematic.
It felt like a threat. It really felt like a threat.
A threat.
Oh my god, I forgot to. Fuck, I'm sorry, guys. I was tipped off about something regarding Britt. And I was supposed to ask around about it and get confirmation, but I can't. But you know what? Fuck it. Who cares? It's worldwide. Don't aggregate this. If you do, you're a loser because it's not news. But someone told me that there's a decent chance she was serving another suspension, and I wrote, for what? And the source couldn't tell me. But I was supposed to ask AEW about that. But that's something that's been circulating behind the scenes is that she may have been serving another suspension. I don't know what that suspension could even be for.
The match was just so bad that they were like, yeah.
That'd be crazy. Yeah, that'd be crazy. I was supposed to reach out. I was gonna ask people. I was gonna ask like AEW. I was even gonna ask Britt Baker. She follows me now. But hey Britt, are you suspended? I gotta get a
You'll get it confirmed by tomorrow or something,
Probably. I'll get a straight answer. I just forgot to.
Regular speculation,
No, the thing is, this is just me being transparent. I'm just
no. I'm joking around. I'm joking. Darren Walker, £5. Is Chris Statlander injured? Also, with Megan Bain replacing her at Creator Pro Wrestling, we need to start a petition for Statlander versus Bain at Creator Pro in 2025. Do we?
So,
I don't know about.
We need Stat versus Bain, but I don't know about Creator Pro. But Stat versus Bain, yes.
I guess. Statlander, is not clear to wrestle right now.
100%.
She's not clear to wrestle right now.
This is definitely a bit. Icon 4.99. Ibu, thoughts on 82-83 face Roddy? List CM Punk's list CM Punk's best face / heel Mike and promos. List Flair's heel and face matches and promos. Ibu on Scott Hall's talent. Ibu on 97 heel HBK. You get asked a lot of questions on Twitter these days.
Is this Moxley Mayhem 22? Anna, are you familiar with Moxley Mayhem 22?
No.
He's the guy that just hits my replies with the same question over and over again until I answer it. And when I answer it, he just asks me other questions. And the thing about the questions is it's never simple questions. It's always something that like demands a really expansive answer. And typically he'll ask me like to list and rank things. Like he'll be like, Eben, what are the 10 most influential matches from New Japan Pro Wrestling in the 1990s? And then, like, if you don't reply, he'll ask it in an unrelated post. Like, I'll make a tweet about like Kendrick Lamar, and he'll be like, "Hey, Ibu, what are your 10 favorite matches from New Japan in the 90s?" Yeah, but to answer you, Icon, 82-83 Roddy. Listen, man, he was a legend in Portland. He was phenomenal. His babyface work was unique because he wasn't a traditional babyface. Babyface Roddy is just kind of heel Roddy, but like, it's kind of the babyface application of that like persona. But he was great. List CM Punk best face / heel. What is that? A microphone emoji?
Yeah, like
promo and matches. Oh my god, that's too long. Listen, The Monsters of the World promo.
It's a beat.
Yeah. The Monsters of the World promo is great. Boxing with God is great. All that. My favorite Punk matches are the Lesnar match, the second Joe match. I think it's the second one or the third one. The short one is my favorite. The Danielson match at Over the Limit, that's up there. Those are probably my three favorites. Flair face heel matches. Oh fuck, go fuck off, man. I like the Steamboat stuff, the Terry Funk stuff. Yeah. Scott Hall. He had talent, yes. 97 HBK was very good.
CM Punk equals Raw quarter hours up plus merch sales, in brackets Brandon Thurston. CM plus Rome equals Paul E. Guys, has Paul E helped these guys talk to each other? Paul E convinced Roman Reigns to let
Drew McIntyre
versus
main event.
Okay, boom. Roman Reigns to let Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk main event. Ibu, Rocky's thoughts on CM Punk.
My God, this is definitely Moxie Mayhem.
All right, so has Paul E helped these guys talk to each other?
Roman Reigns and CM Punk don't have a relationship.
Okay. Paul E, please convince Roman Reigns. Okay, that's not a question. Ibu, thoughts on Rock's thoughts on CM Punk?
No, he's asking what Rock's thoughts are on CM Punk, and Rock.
Yes, I mean, Ibu.
Yeah. Rock thinks he's a badass talker.
Fair. Darren Walker, £2. Ibu, any views on CMLL at the weekend?
Yeah, I actually watched it last night. This show was better than the anniversary show, Moxie. It kind of pissed me off. Like, I was
anniversary show was
the thing,
mixed bag, bro.
No, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
It wasn't terrible at all. It was just it had some things on it, you know.
It wasn't a bad show. It was just like CML can do better. Is the actual real thing. Like they had that great 4-way. All the undercard was like 3-star-ish like tag matches. And CMLL, like their standard is like better than that for their tags. So I watched this match yesterday, and I'm already forgetting a little bit. But the babyface team had, God, it was Atlantis Jr., Templario, and Titan. They're starting to push Titan finally, Monty. Finally, a company starting to. He works for New Japan and CMLL.
They're letting him free, you know.
Yeah, right. Finally,
letting him do his thing.
He looked tremendous alongside Atlantis and Templario, and they faced Stuka Jr., Gran Guerrero, and Ultimo Guerrero, just three big motherfuckers, and it was so good. It was the best match I saw of the week by far. Averno faced Mystico. That was a good match. It was like 9 minutes, and there was another good trios match. So to answer your question, Darren, I thought the show was really good, and it was better than the anniversary show. So there you go.
Brendan Thomas, 499. Appreciate you as always. Where's Chris Statler now? I'm about to complain like an IWC nerd. If you didn't catch it earlier, she's not cleared as of right now. Not 100%. Darren Walker again.
She would like to still be on TV, but they, it seems like they've just elected to not do that.
Darren Walker, £5. Appreciate it as always. Again, with Sexy Red back. Why are they doing it again, man? I thought after the that weird tweet that she did about Javon and Trick, like they would have just been like, all right, bro. Like, but anyway,
yeah.
With Sexy Red back on NXT on 8th of October, AEW should counter by getting Charles Barkley to replace Manny in the Mask at the commentary table.
Sexy Red was sent by the FBI to kill black people, and
kill them.
Yeah, just end the race, like slowly, intellectually, spiritually. Charles Barkley, I mean, him on AEW programming would be great. He likes wrestling.
He does.
Yeah,
he does. Black Yakuza 94, $10. Appreciate it as always. Survivor Series 2011, a Samoan and the top babyface face a mid-tag team in the main event over Punk. Bad Blood 2024, a Samoan and the top babyface face a mid-tag team in the main event over Punk.
Yeah, Black Yakuza was referencing Rock and John Cena facing The Miz and R-Truth in the main event of Survivor Series. Under that match, yes, The Miz and R-Truth, right. It was a Can They Coexist Raw match in the main event. What preceded that was CM Punk winning the WWE Championship against Alberto Del Rio, and that started his 434-day championship run. So, you know what? We'll park it here, and I'll ask you guys. Anna, did you hear the news today of what's main eventing Bad Blood?
Yes, yes. And like I said last week, I'm not surprised. Like I saw it and yeah, it makes sense. It's Cody and Roman. What did they expect?
I'm very
Like,
upset. I got to be honest. I'm very upset.
no, I
You knew how
understand.
it was gonna go, bro.
This is bullshit. Like, this is really
I
fucking.
think we even said it last week. It was just like basically what it comes down to is does Roman Reigns want a main event?
You know what's
guess
nasty
what?
Yeah,
about the
and
fight?
it's Roman Reigns.
You know what's
He's
nasty
gonna
about the
want to main
FIFA
event.
report is if you actually cut through the bullshit and actually read what's being said there, it's very clear what happened here. One side of the company expected Punk and Drew to be the main event, and then Fightful clearly just talked to like the Roman camp of like Roman, Paul, that whole circle doing their thing. And they're like, brother, we already got this thing planned to close the show. What are you talking about? This is the main event of the show. And it's like, wait, what? So it's unfortunate. For those that don't know, Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes versus Jacob Fatu. And what's the other guy's name? Solo Sikoa. That's going to close Bad Blood instead of CM Punk and Drew McIntyre's Hell in a Cell match. Punk is planning to bleed in this match, and this isn't closing Bad Blood. Every single Bad Blood has closed with a Hell in a Cell match, but this apparently will be the first one not to. So there you go. There you go.
I'm just gonna say I think Cody is also gonna run the blade. Just saying.
It's just what makes it so obnoxious is Monty. They're not even gonna. They're not gonna go in there and be like, man, let's just tear the house down and like work our butts off and hustle out there and,
It's all about
and
the heat,
do all this
brother.
cool shit. Like, they're not gonna do that. Like, they're gonna stand there and Roman's gonna just put his hand out to get tagged in. He's gonna get in and he's gonna just stand there and look at the audience and throw one up and they're gonna cheer for him. Like, it's
Roman and Cody are gonna like, just pull weird faces at each other.
They're gonna stare for like 10 minutes, right? Roman's gonna
We're
ask the ref,
taking
like,
it out, boo.
look, Anna, he's gonna have someone headlock and ask the ref, like, how long are we into this? And he's like, we're 12 minutes in. He's like, all right, we'll keep the heat on for 5 more minutes. And it's like, what the fuck? They're gonna start doing
honestly,
stuff that, like, what's up?
You know how WWE is. Like, how are you surprised? Let's be honest here.
This is crazy. Did you guys see my fake cage match tweet?
Pretty accurate.
Yeah.
The Dave 4-star being above the average as well. Beautiful bit of business that tweet was.
The Bloodline tag's gonna get a 5.8, and Dave's gonna be like, "Yeah, I thought it was really good." And just give it like 4 stars.
Good stuff. If you're not following, you haven't followed Ibu on his private account now. It's an exclusive club now.
Yeah.
You got to get in there. You need the keys.
Austin Kinkle in live chat said, imagine at the end Jimmy Uso debuting. That was just fucking
Big Jim Uso.
He meant Solo pins Cody or some shit.
Come on, man.
Solo Cody 3 Saudi. It's like, what the fuck?
Come on, man.
That's so likely, though. That's
no.
No, I don't think he is.
Kevin Owens could turn heel. There's some little. This is not a report. This is just me talking with the family. There's whispers that people in WWE are trying to get Rock to pull up. I don't know if that happens. It would be fun. We'll see.
Oh, don't tease me.
Monty would ask, listen, at the conclusion of like a 2 3/4 star tag match that went like 37 minutes, and all you hear is like, if you're
we got Dwayne.
Monty popping out of his chair, like, let's fucking go.
Oh, Dwayne's the one, bro.
Showed up at the end of like a gross main event. That was
who cares? Who cares what comes before it if you get
fucking shit? Like, just
final boss.
Yeah, absolute shit.
What it's all about, bro. Final boss. That's what I've been waiting for all year, bro.
I do miss Rock.
I miss him more than anybody.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Rest of the year, that's insane. Still holding on to it.
Just have one good match, and then we'll be cooking it.
We all had a good time,
Oh man.
Okay.
The late night grin wrote, we're taking it all. Settle the score. The ones who will not take the loss are taking it all.
Don't give him. Don't give him the pleasure of anonymity. Like, we all know who this is. All but appears.
Yeah, Joe, you're a shameless piece of shit. I can't lie.
He has been beating that drum of Solo Sikoa for like from the start.
I'll say,
And
Monty.
when he's on bad form, Solo Sikoa, Joe just goes quiet about him.
Yeah, he just
And
hides.
then he'll have a good match, like the cage match for Cody the other week, and
He just turns into a piece of shit.
he's posting selfies, holding up his action figure. And,
Here's my question: what do we do if this match is good? Like, what do we do?
I think it will be.
Do I just credit Cody?
It will be fun.
I think that would be my lane. I'll just give it to Cody. I'll just,
As
It's
long as
Jacob
it's not
Fatu,
too obnoxious,
Roman,
which
Cody,
it
it's just
absolutely
like-
could be.
True.
Roman
needs to like wrestle the way he wrestled as a good guy. Because the thing is, he was a good wrestler. People just hated him. Like, he was actually like pretty fun. We'll see.
I think it's gonna be a fun match. I don't think it's gonna be like shit or anything.
Yeah,
I think it'll be a good time.
if it exceeds 30, it won't be good. If it's like 20 to 26, like we might be rolling it.
Ibu, what are you gonna do when the match is better than the CM Punk Drew McIntyre match?
Oh, I'll skip Worldwide. If Punk sucks, no joke. Because here's the thing, Anna.
It's Worldwide 100 next week, bro. You're not going anywhere.
I don't care.
We've put in some calls. We've got some special guests coming in. We've laid the table. Listen, you're there, bro.
Listen, because I genuinely think I'll boldly say this. I think Punk Drew 3 will be the best WWE match of the year. They're going to bleed coast to coast, both of them. I'm telling you this. They're going to bleed. If that match sucks, I might take a hiatus.
I'm just saying, Britt and Thunder Rosa also bled in their cage match,
That was pretty good.
Yeah, it was okay.
If they run the razor and it still stinks, I'm gonna get so quiet on Twitter. I get so quiet on Twitter. Whatever, man. Get this Joe bullshit off my screen, Monty.
All right, Vernacular, $4.99. Appreciate it. Went to SmackDown on Friday. The cinema segment popped the building, but the melodramatic music and bad overacting took me out. Do it in the ring. Oh, bro, you can't recreate that in the ring. You can't recreate those moments, those angles.
Could you imagine Roman grabbing the mic?
And
can you imagine Cody trying to walk past Roman in the ring, and Roman stops him, and he has the mic, and he's like, "You're in my way in life."
Roman is 7 SUVs, bro.
WWE is like 3 years away from like playing like music in the ring, like during segments. Like, could you?
The sound effects just like boom.
They just play all. Yeah, right.
Boom. After every line.
This is my field. This is my city. It's like, all right, bro. I am the storm. I am the light and the moon. Like, what was this? What was that fucking? Where did you get that music from? Like, that was like
one of the worst songs I've ever heard.
I am the storm. I am the wind and the light and the shine.
There's no way that's a real song. Like, that's the thing that I'm thinking. Like, who sings that?
They went to Nick Khan and they said, "Hey, can we get?" They went to Nick Khan and they said, "Hey, can we get this song?" And he was like, "How much is that?" "No, fuck that. Go to the public domain." And they just went to like the random shit they could find.
Like the most copyright-free song I've ever heard in my life.
They were looking through the free ringtones or some shit, Thanks for the super chat, Vernacular.
Let's keep it moving. We've piled up here, brother.
It'll be fun.
Oh,
wait.
It's fun,
Monty, fuck, I forgot to listen to Observer. What did Dave think of the scene? Like, did he think he probably thought it was awesome, didn't he?
I don't think I listened to Observer Radio this weekend. I don't know. He didn't do it. He normally does it with Garrett, don't he? And I don't think he did it this weekend.
No, but they do like a Monday Observer with Brian. Either way, my prediction, if someone heard it and it's out or it isn't out, my prediction is Dave thought it was amazing.
No, they didn't do the Monday Observer Radio is obviously the Raw review, which is like, later.
So they didn't do one covering like SmackDown and shit like that.
Okay, here we go. Global Radio with Brian and Dave. We talk about Tom Massimo. Yeah, I think we've done one. Here we
That's
go.
what I'm saying. They always do like a Sunday, Monday one. Yeah. All right. Well, if someone heard it, someone let me know what Dave thought, because my prediction is he thought it was fire. Anasta Sultan says $2 says hip hop and wrestling rules. Gobble my star. Who wonders what the forward letter there was? But yeah, I guess this is in reference to the increase in hip hop in WWE. But they have the Meg Thee Stallion theme song and the Bad Blood theme.
Very hard.
I guess so. And then there's a future song as the Bad Blood theme. So when people have been posting the graphic of Punk and Drew, and like it's a cool graphic, and then like you just hear Future in the background, and people have been debating, does it fit or not? And to me, it's less about genre, it's about fit, because hip hop, it's never been wrestling's like main core genre historically. It's always been like the secondary one, but it has been a part of wrestling for years. To me, it's just about, does the song fit or not? And that's case by case.
Same subject, Brendan Thomas, 199. Why wrestling fans racist and hate rap music? Very generalized.
Wrestling fan.
You know,
there is a little bit of like, what is this? Where's my 3 days grace? And it's like, you know,
Oh, my saliva, like move on. You know,
Saliva was fire though. You know, Saliva was good.
yeah, but like, come on. Megan is also fire.
Oh my god. Oh,
Push
boy.
199. Anything you can give about Miro? Will Tony do it? Obviously referring to his release request over the weekend.
Yeah, Miro requested his release from AEW. His last pitch before asking for a release was, "Hey, can I wrestle John Moxley?" And they were like, "Fuck you." And he's like, "All right." Yeah, do I think Tony's gonna do it? I gotta be honest with you. I'm not sure, because Tony doesn't grant releases. Like straight up, he just doesn't. You know what I will tell you though, guys? I'm gonna use this to cut through the fat. When you guys read these reports about wrestlers with pending free agency or having interest in other places, there's usually some type of phrasing or wording in it that you guys need to realize is coded language. And I'm going to help you guys realize what some of this actually means. So, in the case of Miro, there wasn't coded language in his reporting, but I want you guys to like really put your fingers up, the Windhorse fingers, and put 2 and 2 together here. Miro's making 7-figure money. Guaranteed. He's getting a check every week, and he hasn't taken a bump for AEW in almost a year, right? Even at his most unhappiest, for him to want out of that and want out of guaranteed money, it's very likely that before doing so and before asking for a release, he sent the feeler to the other side to make sure that he'd have a spot over there. You get what I'm saying? Basically, there's a really strong chance that his representative has spoken to Nick Khan or somebody within WWE and said, "Hey, if I can get out of this deal, would you guys sign me? And if you guys would sign me, what's the money figure looking like?" And they probably got back to him and he said, "Okay, cool. Now I'm going to request my release." Very few wrestlers making that level of money ask out of a deal and go fully into an unknown situation. It just does not happen. Never, ever, 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 ever. The only person to do it is like John Moxley, but he's also fucking like insane. So just keep that in mind. Also, when it comes to free agents in general, Monty, and you know this very well, you follow my burner. Wrestlers know what they're going to make from the other side, like well ahead of their actual free agency. The amount of like star wrestlers that like enter free agency and they're blindly finding out like what the other place is offering them, like that's like the minority of people. So communication happens on both sides when it comes to that type of thing, and it's usually through representatives and agents. So keep that in mind whenever you read these reports and you see things like there's expected to be interest from insert promotion or things of that nature. That's what that actually means. So I thought I'd just take the time to just mention that now.
7 figures for Miro, though.
Yeah, he makes 7 figures.
Yeah, contract tampering's not like a real thing unless it's like super blatant, like when Triple H got in charge of creative at WWE and like hit up about 20 people in AEW.
Yeah, that
Like,
was like really like egregious.
yeah, unless you're being like insane with it like that, then it's like these people from both sides are talking to people, they're talking to each other. It's always funny when I like something comes up like like all the recent reporting around the Lucha Brothers and like Penta going around earlier this summer saying like he's expecting to go to WWE and stuff, and you see some people like contract tampering. It's like, bro, like
Well, so here's the thing about it. So tampering isn't enforceable or punishable, but there is this kind of like there's a code around it, and there's a code in the sense of just like doing good business versus bad business. And so if you're gonna do it, number one, don't like make it really obvious and like tell everybody backstage. Like Penta kind of fucked himself over because the thing with Penta is by making it clear that he's spoken to WWE, he's put himself in a situation in jeopardy and put himself in a situation where maybe he can't make as clean of an exit as he expected to. Um, as an example, right? The other thing that's like bad business is talking to a talent that has multiple years left on their deal. And because here's the thing, Monty, if a talent with like 2 years left on their deal abruptly requests a release, it usually signifies to the promoter that they spoke to the other side. And usually that's when a red flag goes off and it's a problem, right? But like these wrestlers on expiring deals that gauge things from the other sides months ahead of time, that's a kind of like standard issue on both sides. And both sides are aware of that and understand that. It's also why let's cut through it again. When Ricochet Monty had when that report was out in like late May, early June, that said that like he's not expected to renew with the WWE and he's expected to go to AEW. What do you think that actually meant? You know what I mean? Because his deal didn't expire until July. Why do people expect him to go to AEW? Think. You know what I'm saying? Like, think. And that's not to you, that's to the people. So that's just kind of how it goes. And that's not considered below the belt. What's considered below the belt was what Triple H did in the summer of 2022, like you said, where he's talking to contracted guys who had like 2 to 3 years left in their deal, and he's like, "Hey, you want to get out of that?" Like that's what it's like. What the fuck, dude? So like that. That's like that was moving nasty.
Austin Kinkle $2 predictions on the Survivor Series card. As long as Dwayne's on it.
2 War Games matches: CM Punk versus Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. Cody versus either heel Kevin Owens or Randy Orton. Braun Breaker versus somebody.
Alex Diaz 1990 199. Appreciate you as always. Ibu, any updates on Phoenix amid the latest reports?
Yeah, when PWN kind of had their stuff and WrestleVotes had their stuff about like them being signed and this and that. I tried to see if I could get confirmation on my end on that, and I couldn't get it officially. And what I think is going on is I think, like, listen, deals have been agreed to with the Lucha Brothers and WWE, like, dating back to, like, the beginning of August, right? But you can't sign them. And listen, man, if Sean says it hasn't been signed and PW Insider says it hasn't been signed, then they probably just haven't officially literally been signed. But I also do believe WrestleVotes and that merch has been made. That shows you how this business is. So we'll see how it plays out. I'll give it to the end of the month, and we'll see. Because if Phoenix isn't officially considered a free agent when November starts, then that means that Tony extended his contract. Last I heard from AEW is that they won't do that they won't extend his deal. That's what they told me. So we'll see.
Push 499. Either Big Jim, Paul E is returning, or Big Rome took the spot despite Punk. In brackets, Beast, by the way. Can Triple H stop catering to shipping Twitter? Jaya stinks.
You know what's funny? Here's my hot take. It's not even Triple H catering to shipping Twitter. It's the performers catering to shipping Twitter. Because on screen you'll have like, Jay wave at Rhea and she'll kind of like wave back, and it's like, oh, that was like a little thing. But then on social media, Rhea will be like eye emoji, like heart, whatever the hell, and like Jay will kind of be like, like they like really play into it and that stuff, and they get all the
Like,
freaking like they get the
where
fans
did
into
that
it and
even
shit.
start from? Like, who was the person that was like, yeah, Jay and Rhea, let's start shipping that? Like,
Anna, so a
people
year
just ship
ago,
anything.
Yeah, you saw
Jay
on
offhandedly,
screen.
Jay a year ago, Anna offhandedly, not even scripted, was cutting a promo on one of the Judgment Day dudes, and he said something like, "I ain't worried about y'all, but if you want mommy to call me, let me know," or whatever. And it was like, oh shit,
Yeah.
like he just said it. He just
Yeah.
said it.
No. I know that. I'm just wondering, like, on Twitter, like, who was the first person to be like, let's ship that? Because I cannot believe people take that seriously.
Anna, you got to realize that like a lot of these online WWE fans are like 15-year-old TikTok Abby like kids, you know what I mean? And like that, and like they get into that. They don't get into like the wrestling. Like I'll go on Twitter and these people will write think pieces like, I think Rhea understands that Jay won't abuse her like Dominic did emotionally. And I'm like, what are y'all talking about?
What?
What are y'all talking about, bro? Like, like it's not like on screen. Like Rhea's tripping and she falls into Jay's arms and they look at each other and it's like, oh my god, like it's like they flirt a little bit and then they fight alongside each other and then like again, Twitter makes the TikTok edits with like Sabrina Carpenter in the background and shit.
And Champion $2 Punk. It comes with them OTC back shots. Ooh, spiteful. Dragon Master Adam £2. Thoughts on if Nigel beats Brian on Wednesday?
It's not for the title, so you know.
No, it's not happening. No, it's not happening. I don't think it happens. If it happens,
I could see like some fuckery afoot, like him beating. I don't know. I would rather for it to be like a clean finish and a clean match because after all these years, like with everything, I think is what they deserve. But you never know.
I believe that. I'll say it now, even though we're doing a preview. I believe that the situation and the story they're telling is just to be able to create some strong near falls. Because I think that, like in AEW kayfabe and canon, given that Nigel has been inactive for what has it been, like 12 years or something, 13 actually. Brian should be able to make short work of him. But because he's messed up from Jon Moxley and all that type of stuff, now it's an extenuating circumstance where Nigel can kind of have an even playing field to kind of pick the bones of Bryan Danielson. And so they're going to play into that drama and they're going to play into like some of those issues and it'll be more of an even match, but ultimately Bryan Danielson will still prevail. That's what I expect to happen.
Corey David $2. Andrade did to Melo backstage what he did to Sammy.
That was crazy. That was one of the better backstage fights I've seen done in a minute because like Andrade came off like he was mad for real, which he might have been considering what LA Knight did to him on live TV. But yeah.
Kale £20. Appreciate it as always. Drew versus Punk shakes hands with Rhea versus Charlotte in brackets. Hopefully,
I don't think it's going to be that match. I think it's just going to be Punk with blood getting chopped and firing back up.
Corey David $2. Obafemi, the ruler of NXT, future of the business.
Well,
definitely, bro.
If you want to see him wrestle Hikuleo, you can enjoy that one. So,
yeah.
All right, man.
Oh, fuck you, Monty. Go fuck yourself.
Hey, man.
Like,
listen, Obafemi will make short work, bro. You saw what happened to Hammerstone.
You know what would be nasty?
What?
I'm leaving this app if NXT, like, because look, Hikuleo's not good. Like, let's make this all, like, we're all, like, he's not good, right? No. But, yeah, like, we know this, right? But the thing is, WWE's fan base, like, they're waiting, they'll take anything and they'll say that, like, someone is cooking. Like, they wanted Lexis King to happen so badly. And so, like, the worst reality, Monty, would be if, like, the NXT agents and producers completely hide Hikuleo's weaknesses, right? And make him look really cool in his matches. And then, like, the fans that clip they post clips of him doing choke slams and shit. And they're like, oh, Hikuleo, he's him. He's cooking. He's, all that shit. So I can't handle that. I can't do that. I can't live in that reality.
Get ready for it, brother.
Fuck that.
Get ready.
Corey David, $2. Did y'all see the pic of Scott Steiner's son? Why does he say NXT? I don't know about him being in NXT, but I saw his son. Isn't he like a football player? I saw him.
Some shit like that. His picture wearing with the big gold.
I saw him with like the headgear.
Picture with the big gold. Yeah, the headgear and the big gold. That's the P.
What I do know is the Rex Steiner family is they have very strong genes. You know.
Yeah. Hush 199, Punk and Seth Cinematic in Bear Stadium, 20 Emmys.
CM Punk. If they told CM Punk, "Hey, you want to film a movie scene with Seth Rollins in the Bear Stadium?" He would be like, "How about we just shoot an angle? Like, how about we just?
What about we just like go to the ring?
Yeah, and like just fight. You know, like
Normal
how
fucking people.
He's over the last 3 weeks, and like when they pitched the angles to Punk, Punk's like, "Hey, can I like wrestle a match?" And they're like, "No." It's like, okay. So
Mike 199, is Tony high on Lashley and MVP in AEW? I hope so.
how can I answer this? He respects the hell out of Bobby Lashley. He respects MVP. And they're going to be big players in AEW. So I'd imagine he'd have to be high on them for them to be big players.
Dan V 900 999. If you like the Roman vs. Cody segment because of how cheesy and over the top while being poorly acted like a bad 80s film, I get it. If you think it's good for real, come on, you're in my way in life.
That's a great point, and we're going to get to this really shortly, but like, I don't think there's anything wrong with deriving ironic entertainment for it. And I'll just bury the lead and say that's kind of why I got a kick out of it. Like, it was just really like fun and funny to me, and like it felt like Fast and Furious or like Transformers or some shit. But like
it was yeah. But like, no, it was like 100% a Fast and Furious scene. It was crazy.
Yes, and like that's one thing. But like there were people minds that saw it and they're like, "Wow, man, that was powerful, dude." Like, my God, man, just like, fuck. The acting,
just unironically. Unironically, like, give them an Emmy. They could submit the segment in the Emmy. Please watch something else. Like, I understand we like wrestling, we watch wrestling, but like, watch a movie, like a good movie. Watch a TV show, like watch something good. You know,
like if you watch it as like a if you watch it as a cinematic wrestling angle thing, that's like kind of quirky. It's like fun and like different. If you watched it and you were like, man, like this is like as good as like anything you'd see on HBO. It's like, come on, you know. It looked good. It visually, like, it looked really nice, and it was shot with like big boy cameras. You know, it had the filter and shit. You know, the shot when Roman held Cody and his face is shadowed out, and Cody's face, you see it from the profile. Like, it looked really cool. You know, every camera angle was like a movie poster. But yeah, we'll get into it more in a couple minutes.
Trust the process, 34 $4.99. Cody and Roman, more overproduced garbage. This era of WWE loves veering away from the essence of wrestling and into movies. Lack of authenticity, grittiness.
I mean, listen, I totally understand that perspective. You know what I mean? It was like I'll tell you this though, Monty. I said this to Joe Holbert. I much prefer what Roman and Cody did, even if it was silly, than like what Chelsea Green did, because she also had a pre-tape that was like a comedy pre-tape setting up a dumpster match. And like, hey, at least Roman and Cody are big stars, you know? Like, so it's like, I can get into that, but like,
yeah, that was like some like really shitty NXT stuff. That was.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. It's like I can't do the undercard wrestlers like developing their characters, air quotes, by doing like NXT skits. I like leave that to NXT, please. Like get that out of my face. Like, people saw that
over that one. Like, which one was that they took Io and someone else, Zoe Stark, I think, that they went to a Japanese restaurant. That was like one of the worst.
Yeah, and the problem with a lot of those, and they're not funny. They're never funny. I remember. Sorry, when Cole and MJF were doing that stuff last year, I'm like, this isn't funny. You know, when like Big Show's popping up as Captain Insano and stuff. Wrestling really thinks like, man, we could do like Seth Rogen comedy. It's like, no, you can't. Like, you really
they're so full of themselves, bro. It's like,
it's like,
it's great. Both companies, bro. It's like they don't even. I don't know, man. Like WWE, like back in the early 2000s, would get like actual comedy writers and stuff. Like Patrice O'Neal wrote for WWE. Well, he only lasted like a week because he just like couldn't deal with it, you know. But like they had him hired, bro. You know, like they had the great Patrice O'Neal fucking writing.
The funny thing is, like,
fuck, you know. But
wrestling
now
can
it's
make
just...
me. wrestling can make me laugh in a backstage segment, but then it's like they get full of themselves and they go, "Oh, we could do like full on like comedy."
Yeah, like an actual comedy segment.
like
a
sketch.
Yeah, like no, you can't. No, you can't. Stop it, please. Stop it now.
So some obviously sometimes the wrestlers are just naturally like funny.
Yes.
You know, or there'll be a line or something that catches on, and it's like you let it be that, you know.
So I say all that to say, like to the previous super chat, I get more offended / angry / annoyed at like comedy skits than I do at like pro wrestling doing a dumb machismo, macho, over the top like cinema thing. Because in its own weird way, that's still like it's not wrestling, but it's also like still in line with like the values of wrestling, I guess, if that makes any sense. It's two big stars doing a fucking over the top, manly, cheesy fucking meeting, you know? Like wrestling is a dick measuring contest, so it's like I get it, but again, Chelsea Green be like, "Ooh, I'm in a garbage field. It's stinky here, stinky like Nietzsche. And haha, ooh, I'm gonna do a garbage match." And it's like this is not good. So
Uzura Hart $5. If bad matches got you suspended, that Billy Gunn versus Jay White match would have gotten them and the rest of Bullet Club Gold banned from pro wrestling.
Jay White hasn't
Why
recovered.
Bullet Club Gold? Why would they get banned?
Jay White just got his ass kicked for like 10 minutes and the match ended. That was crazy.
Yeah, that was just some bullshit, you know. Darren Walker, £5. Hikuleo going to NXT. He can't be worse than Tongaloa. Yeah, I wouldn't say he's worse.
I've never seen Hikuleo wrestling though.
Here's the thing,
he's not worse than Tongaloa. Anna. Come on, like,
people have said like, "Oh, why does he have to go?" People think, "Why does he have to go?"
He's
to NXT?
not like he's clearly not. Like,
Here's the thing. I mean, like it's like it doesn't. You're splitting hairs there. They both stink, but like here's the thing though.
I don't think I am. I think Tongaloa's comfortably worse. Like
maybe so, but here's the deal. The reason why, because people are going, "Oh, it's not fair. Why does he have to go?" Well, here's the thing, Monty. Because he's like 7 feet taller or close to it, and he's like 30 and not like 43. When he does appear on the main roster, just because of who he is and like the size, you have to at least use him a little bit. Whereas Tongaloa can just kind of stand there. And Tongaloa's role, Tongaloa has adjusted his suit jacket coat more than he's taken a bump on SmackDown. He exists to stand there and like adjust his suit. Even on SmackDown.
Also, Tongaloa's been in the business a lot longer as well, bro. Like you just kind of get into as well. It's like it's not like he fully doesn't know how to wrestle. He's just like completely cooked, you know. Like NXT, you can learn all the drop down tackles and hitting the ropes he wants, you know. But his those knees are fucked, and he's just cooked, you know.
The bottom line is Tongaloa stands there and he runs in and eats Superman punches. Whereas Hikuleo, like, he can't just stand there and watch a match. Like, that would be like what they do with Satnam Singh, because like Satnam's so bad he can't even wrestle, you know. But it's like, what's the point of that? So at least you know, try to see what they can get out of him in NXT. It's NXT though, so like halfway through he'll be in like a romance angle with Lola Vice or something. That's what they would do. You're looking at me like, bro.
No, it wasn't.
That Ashanti the Adonis thing would be like, "Hey, come here, brother. Let me tell you about this performance center, my man. Now, look, you are tall. You know what I'm saying? So we could get you swagged up and da-da-da. And then they'll be going out for like a night out of town and fucking Lexus King is going to run into them and shit, you know? And
yeah, I can see them putting him with Lexus King or something, like some bullshit like that.
Like, that's like the shit they do. Oh my god.
Showtime Spurs $5. Michael Bay bullshit on the blue brand Hulbert in tatters. Yeah.
Joe's he's sitting out, he's waiting. So Joe won't join me on the Raw side. He's waiting for like an entry point, and because he's so like bit brained, he's waiting for like Alexa Bliss to return to do it. So we'll see how that happens, you
know. He always plays a smart play, you know. He knows what he's doing. Hulbert does.
You say
Taylor
that.
Port.
Actually, no, we'll not do it. We're not doing this today. Go to the next.
Taylor Port graps $4.99. Any news on Swerve's direction when he comes back? Also, since the Fed is working with more music acts, I think I meant to say I want Bron Breakker to come out to Many Men 50 by 50 Cent.
That would be amazing. Wake me up when you like what's the word? I'll believe it when I see it is what I'm trying to say. Regarding Swerve, I think he has some business to attend to.
Legend Rider $2. ST going 3 hours confirms Rampage is done. Rampage is done, bro.
Bro, whether Rampage is done or not,
3 hours or not, Rampage is done, brother.
Whether Rampage is done or not, I want everybody to think about this, please, and stop doing this. SmackDown extending has nothing to fucking do with Rampage.
Fucking Rampage.
They weren't like, oh, Rampage is free, guys. We can finally attack that third hour now and not have to worry about Rampage. Like, we don't have to worry about, the varsity athletes or fucking, what's her name? Taya Valkyrie. Like, no, it has nothing to do with that. It's just they're trying to match the ad money, and with Raw leaving, like they have to extend SmackDown to make the numbers match. That's all it is.
Slim Reaper 35.99. Anna, has Ibu beaten the Spanish hate allegations?
Be honest,
he doesn't hate the Spanish. He hates the Latinos.
Come on.
Encompasses a much wider range of people. You see, he's a very hateful dude.
I'm not, but I'll tell you what. Dragon Lee posted a new mask, and I can't tell if he's trolling or not. But if that's really his new mask, you might see me get hateful.
Oh, hold on.
Oh yeah, it's the mask for sure. It's the mask.
If that new Lindsay Dorado mask is real, like if that mask is real, I'm done with Dragon Lee Monty. I don't want to see him on TV anymore.
It's over.
I'm done. No, I swear to Monty,
too many Latinos on my TV. Get them out.
Monty, that mask is the equivalent of when you saw Matt Riddle with the grills and you were like, it's over for this guy.
Hush 199 says Roman is innocent. It's that blonde politician. Was referencing the bad blood main event.
Could you imagine Cody? Can you imagine Cody like being a snake and whispering to Triple H like, "Come on, these people don't care about Punk. Just put me in the main event, man." And Hunter being like, "I got you, bro." Like that would be crazy.
He's doing it for the bucks, It's...
Oh my god.
And Jan $2. Punk, listen to that voice. Show him who's boss. That's crazy. He's always tempted to go to the dark side,
The thing is, I'll admit,
throw a chair at Cody and Roman. Let's go.
As someone who knows a thing or two about,
a thing or two.
Yeah, like a thing or two about a thing or two. Punk has been a very good soldier so far. There have been things pitched to him to do on Raw that he wasn't the biggest fan of, but he's like, I'm going to make it the best I can possibly make it. He tries not to do like the whole like I want to do this instead thing. He obviously has his flourishes, but he tries to be a good soldier, right? This might break him. Like this might. I don't think. No. This is gonna. It's not gonna break him. It's gonna piss him off. I'll say that. It's gonna piss him.
Yeah. It's gonna piss Drew off as well.
Yeah, it is gonna piss Drew off. Punk's gonna walk. If that match is great, he's gonna walk through that curtain. Hunter's gonna do that like clapping shit. He's like, great match. And Punk's just gonna like walk right past him, like, bro, get the fuck away from me, bro. Like, leave me alone. So.
Black Yakuza 94 $2. Solo is pinning Roman, by the way. Prepare for it. No, he's not, man. I think Jacob Fatu could pin Cody or Roman, though. Probably Cody, though. I think that is I do think that's a possibility. So we'll see there.
I think Jacob's pinning one of the big two.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I think that's possible. I think more likely Cody than Roman though. Slim Reaper 34.499. Appreciate you again. Ibu, what is your infatuation with wrestlers, hairs and beards? Were you a hairstylist in another life? He's obsessed with the whole aesthetic, bro. It's not just the hair and beards, it's the gear, it's the wrist tape, it's
everything. Everything. Stage design, graphics, colors. It's very important. The aesthetics of wrestling are so important. It comes from the fact that I'm a graphic designer and an artist. It's actually the real reason. And I've done things like my own comics and things of that nature. And so like that stuff is always the things that I like kind of like my brain is wired to. So that's like the actual answer. The Wyatt Six. Joe just decided. See, he's so mean. Like he's so bit brain. He just decided randomly. Like, and it's not even like his background. He just decided I'm the Wyatt Six guy now, and it's like, okay, cool. But yeah, that's the actual like legitimate answer for why I focus on those things. But the truth is, like, little enhancements change like how a guy looks, and that's just the bottom line. Look at Kyle Fletcher. Last year he had bad hair and a cape, and he looked like a dweeb. And now he doesn't wear a cape, and he has a better haircut. And look at him now,
bro. When he came out, I think it was an ROH pay-per-view, and he had like that weird face paint all over like his body and shit.
That's what I'm saying,
bro. I was like, come on, man.
Yeah, like it goes a long way. It really does.
It does. It can change like everything for a wrestler. You know, like the look really changed so much, and I
100%.
think it's like we're very used to seeing like wrestlers who just like a pair of pants. Like for Seth Rollins, for example, I think was like such a big improvement when he started doing the crazy outfits, and is something that really got him over with the crowd again. You know, because he was
Yes.
in a place that the people who were like tired of him and stuff, and that like turned things around for him when he adopted that. And I think the presentation is so important. So like
Yes.
more wrestlers should keep that in mind for sure, especially
Absolutely.
like indie wrestlers.
Oh yes. Jesus Christ.
It's bad over there.
Oh my God.
SMG $5. Any discussions of Punk doing Saudi?
I haven't heard anything about that, and we'll see. We'll find out very soon.
Lindell Cunningham $4.99. Remember when Ibu disappeared after Rock stole Cody's Mania spot?
Yeah, I got on Twitter for a week. I literally, Monty, I disappeared until the press conference thing where Cody slapped Rock and shit, and it was like a big brawl and stuff on the stage. And I returned. I posted the Michael Jordan "I'm back" thing.
Got my smile back.
No, that was amazing.
Push 190.
I should do that again. I should like disappear until Punk gets his main event again.
You're never coming back.
Hush 199. How would Triple H book Rusev? Top guy or role player?
I don't know.
I think it would be like the kind of the same thing, you know, like give one title match and then immediately like back down the card.
He fit in that like big bruiser, like Sheamus, Bronson Reed, Braun Strowman, Braun Breaker division. But I could also see him like wrestling Gunther at a pay-per-view.
Engine PN $2. TK paying some of these 80% way too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say like at least Sheamus, etc. Like they can wrestle, you know. So
I mean, Miro's great, but I don't know why AEW.
Great.
Yeah, he is, but like here's the thing. I think he's great. I don't get why AEW was paying him that much money. I don't get why they were paying him that much. It doesn't really make
Hush 199. What is the Zilla's Fatu stuff? Is he NXT bound?
No, he had a money dispute he had a money dispute with Brett Lauderdale and wanted more money out of him, and Lauderdale told him to fuck off, and he said, "I'm not doing more shows."
Matt Hennessy, €2.49. Lucha Bros and Miro update, please.
Tony hasn't granted the release yet of Miro. He has not granted a release for Ray Phoenix. Ray Phoenix is waiting for his deal to expire. I'm of the belief that Tony will not add any time, but AEW says that Phoenix is still under contract. Penta believes his deal expires. AEW said it didn't. So have fun with that one. Just to show you how weird. Just to show you how weird things get about like injury time tacked on and things like that. Like you'll have wrestlers be like, "Isn't my deal up?" And they'll be like, "Nope, you got 3 more weeks." And they're like, "What?" So.
Push 199. I trust Rock will carry his cinematic with Roman and Cody.
I am looking.
When it's Dwayne, it's different, bro. No one can turn that down. You know.
There's gonna be one where like Rock invites Roman to dinner where they discuss serious business, and like Rock will be like, "Go ahead, pour some Terramana," and Roman will be like, "I don't know."
Oh man, good shit. Good shit. Good shit.
Honestly, like, okay, now that they started, you know, like now that they established that is something that they can do,
fuck it,
fuck
right?
it,
Like,
you know.
Listen,
I am the storm. Just
keep
keep
doing
doing
it. Roman
it.
is like looking serious at the end of the table, Monty, right? He doesn't know what to make of what Rock's doing, and Rock, you just see Rock like, oh, he's like, man, that's good shit. Look, Terramana, 1906, you know, he's just talking about it and shit. Developed in Mexico, and Roman's like, cut the shit, right, Dwayne? What do you want? What did you bring me here for? And he's like, you turn your back on me. And they just have a fucking conversation for 12 minutes. I'm locked in.
Matt Hennessy, €2.49. DG update. Will TK add time to finish his contract? Obviously, you just touched on the Phoenix thing. Garcia update is probably the same as it was before, isn't it?
Yeah, he hasn't signed yet, and his deal expires in a couple days, I believe.
Let it run, bro. So I said, like I've been saying the past few weeks. So you already lost to MJF now. You might as well just let it run, bro. Like,
here's an actual concrete thing, I guess. AEW removed him from like all local advertising for the month of October. So there you go.
Vacant $4.99. Swerve heard Ibu trying to politic a white man for Wrestler of the Year and decided to clock out of vacation earlier.
I'll say this: that's a great narrative, and it's very funny. He was always going to be at Wrestle Dream. I don't know what Dave was cooking there.
Yeah, so Kale to 20 peso. I appreciate it as always. If he just dropped the B on me and we can move on.
What's the B?
Hey man, there is allegations against your name. Hey,
Wait, what? Oh! I forgot Kale's Mexican. Jesus Christ! Come on, come on.
Allegations.
What is the B?
Nothing. We're not.
What is the B?
Trying to set you up, Ivo.
Yeah, right.
I genuinely don't know.
You know what I thought this was? I thought he didn't want Bobby to come in, and he was just like, just lay it on me. Be honest. Is Bobby coming? Is B on? I was like, yeah, you know.
Showdown Spurs, $5. Showdown Spurs, $5. Oh, this is a Triple H impression. If you do want to do it,
all right, let me read this. Sorry, Phil, but you're not a top 5 merch seller on Fanatics.
Impression is one.
Amari 316 v $25. Appreciate it. As much as I enjoyed the Cody and Roman segment, I felt like that segment was a little bit extra. Lol.
It was
supposed to. That's the point.
The reason why it worked for me was because like
a little bit.
Roman and Cody themselves are like really over the top characters to me. Like they're very just like unserious, like over the top, larger than life, fucking like just like look at them. You know what I mean? So it kind of worked in that standpoint to me, even though like it wasn't conventionally good in the TV show sense, you know.
Bam, $2. Appreciate it as always. Breaking Punk put the belt back on Roman.
Is anything an excuse to just give Roman the belt back? SmackDown's rating. AO, I saw AO. The SmackDown rating drop. Nail was like, put the belt back on Roman. Oh man.
But accusing $94, $5. People forget Cody is a theatre kid. That's why he's Roman's biggest rival, because he's the only one who can match his free in quote cinema.
Probably. Can you imagine could you imagine them like having this passive aggressive like interaction before the cameras roll over? Roman's like, you know, I could show you a thing or two about acting. I did a movie or two, and Cody's like, I did theater, bro. You know, it's just like okay.
Zoe 499, CM Punk at the Bad Blood Scrum, quote, we got these irresponsible Samoans going into business for themselves who can't run a fucking Walmart.
Can I be honest with you? I did, admittedly, I was going to type out a tweet, but I didn't want to feed into it. I did think about the scenario where Punk has dried blood on his face and he's at the scrum and they're like, what did you think of your match? He's like, yeah, I thought it was great. I thought it was the best match in the show, respectfully. Respect to the guys in the main event for what they do. But, you know, what I did was pro wrestling, and I thought that's what should have caused bad blood. And then they're just creating a total shitstorm. Paulie looking at Roman and going, let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Hey, listen, it's fine. Let it go. I'll talk to him. All right. I got it. Okay. You know, so we'll see.
Match on 84, 199. Take Miro's money and give it to Mortos and Roosh.
Mortos is awesome. He's the WrestlePurists Wrestler of the Week.
Yeah.
Dude, there's Tristan and Larchester said I think Roman would beat Punk's ass. I'm not gonna lie. Come on. Come on.
SMG $5. Anybody specifically y'all would want for the C2 this year, or anybody rumored already? Let's get Roddy in there. Yeah, definitely Roddy. Definitely.
The one that I
Roddy,
really want is, yeah, like the one I really want is Takeshita, and he's obviously going to be in it. So
yeah.
There's
I would also like hologram Martos. Just make like, you know.
I don't know about hologram in the seat too. I don't know.
I just want like good matches.
We need to keep that prestigious. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We need to keep that one prestigious.
Osprey,
I want like Osprey.
Yeah, Osprey. You need him. You need Takeshita. What's like the biggest,
I would do an Osprey Takeshita final with Takeshita going over like.
You got to do Okada's going to be in it, obviously, one now. So you got to do probably Takeshita and Okada in the final, to be honest with you.
Could you imagine Max being in and being like, "All right, I'll do this New Japan ass tournament," you know?
No,
Just taking the
we're good. We're
That would
good.
be so
I like Max at the moment. Wembley onwards, he's been
Oh
very, very
yeah.
good.
Listen,
You know,
the Osprey
so.
match and the DG matches were both great.
And the stuff he did in between, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And now he's gone again. So yeah, he did confirm Ibu's report that he is away filming though.
Yeah, I did
in a
notice.
clap back at a fan, you know.
He was a movie.
Yeah. So
Thank you, SMG, for the super chat.
Leviathan, $5. I tried to take the Cody Roman segment seriously, but those sound effects I played after every sentence and question just kept cracking me up.
It's the same energy as when, like, in Fast and Furious and like Fast 5 or whatever, where like Rock would walk up to like Vin Diesel and he's just like, "Stay away from our family," and Rock would be like, "This is the family," or whatever the fuck they would say. Like their little one-liner ass dialogues and shit, where like, you know, he'll be like, "Knock, knock," and he'll be like, "Who rang?" And it's like, no one talks like this. Like, what the fuck is going on?
The sound effects were so fucking hilarious. Because like it could have been, the segment would have been like at least 50% less worse for me if they hadn't included the sound effects after every single line.
That's the thing.
Like, just let them talk.
He'll be like, "Cody, what did you bring me here for?" It's like, come on.
Yeah, but that's the art, you know.
It's like they do that in reality shows where it'll be like, "How about
exactly.
you talk to that bitch?" It's like, come on. Like, what the fuck is this?
That's the art of it, man. You can't take away a vital ingredient like those sound effects, bro. Like, that's where it's at. Stop taking out the camera cuts, you know. That's the magic, you know. Anas Sultan, $2 says, "Why Sammy and Okada and not somebody good?"
I don't know. I don't fucking know. I gotta be honest with you. When I saw the graphic, obviously I was like, I'm not really trying to see that, but I would have been 10 times more mad if they said it was a title match, because I would have been like, what did Sammy do to deserve a title match? But they did the whole like loophole eliminator thing where like he gets one if he beats Okada. So I went like whatever, I guess. But yeah, if he got a shot, like that would have been like crazy if he got a title match.
Push 499, appreciate you. I hope something happens at Bad Blood. Punk or Drew taking huge jabs at Cody and Roman. Need the TL to be in shambles. Fed drama's been very tame lately.
You know what? I'll tell you this. Because Punk wants to be seen as a good employee, he'll try to keep it to himself. I think Drew will outright just go on Twitter and be like, "Match of the fucking night. No one could have topped that." Like Drew would happily just tweet some shit like that. Like, you know.
Yeah, Drew don't give a fuck, bro.
He doesn't give a fuck.
WWE had Dwayne hand deliveries contract, you know.
Exactly.
Beast.
Leviathan, $5. Need Punk and Drew second to last. Do some spears, some crossroads, and a Superman punch or two. Crimson Mask off the cell, through a table, everything you can.
Oh my god! Again, I just need Drew tweeting something like "real cinema," actual cinema. All right, is that all the super chats?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, folks. So SmackDown this past Friday featured the meeting between Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns at Georgia Tech. Cody Rhodes hails from Atlanta, Georgia, and Roman Reigns played at Georgia Tech for college football. And so this was filmed after the SmackDown in Seattle. They flew right to Atlanta the next day. And essentially it was a mini movie. And the word is that Jeremy Borash is involved in this. Rob Fee was involved with this. Paul Heyman was involved with this. And they met in the middle of the field. And Roman told Cody, "Everything in this stadium is mine." He said that years ago, I shed blood, sweat, and tears in this field. That meant it's my field, which means it's my stadium, which means it's my city. He said, Cody said that Georgia Tech is in Atlanta, which is my hometown. He said the other side of the center stage, it used to be called the Omni. And you got a quick shot, Monty, of the Omni in the 80s. He said now it's State Farm Arena. He said multiple generations of his family had bled here. He said it might be your field, but this is my home. Roman said, "Enough of the history. Let's talk some facts. You signed yourself to a lose-lose situation. you have everything to lose, and you're dealing with someone who has nothing to lose. And then he said, they took Jimmy. They took my wise man.
This is my favorite bit.
They took my bloodline. And they took my Ulafala.
They took my Ulafala.
He said, wait, it gets better. I don't, for the first time in a long time, I don't have anything to lose. There's no weight on my neck. It's all on yours. And now this time was godly. He said, I'm a man with no country now. I was like, oh, bars. I'm a man with no country now. See, you know what they should have queued at that point, Monty? Some fucking country music there. Like, we needed some fucking Johnny Cash, just some So he tells Cody this.
Oh my God.
Cody said, no, Roman said, do you think you have nothing to lose? He said, Cody said, look around WWE. We already got a tribal chief, and it's not you. We have a WWE champion. It's not you. So if you can't beat your own bloodline, who's standing here right now? It's the guy they used to call Roman Reigns. And Roman said, just, and he wanted to show that he was acting. So he looked hesitant. He said, just tell me what you want. And Cody said, I want your word that I would have your back so that I can have yours. And Roman looked at him and the camera went, boom. And Roman said, I give you my word. I'll have your back. But understand this, when it's all done, I'm taking back what's mine. And Roman went to leave and Cody cuts him off and said, it's not yours to take. And then Roman said, you're in my way. No, you're in my way in life. I am the storm. I am the light and the fire and the mountains. I should mention, because I didn't mention that this started with like 17 different camera cuts and zooming in throughout the city, and 7 black SUVs pull up, or 5, whatever it was. And like,
7.
Roman's like, it's zooming in and out, and Roman's walking out, and the camera, like, you get the text that says Atlanta, and I'm like, thank you. And he's walking out there, and he's storming out, and like the camera's panning around. You get the panoramic view, you get like bird's eye view. Like the first like 2 minutes of this were like unbelievable in that sense of being over the top. And I thought I was watching Jersey Shore, you know, because like Jersey Shore would have those types of transitions where he'd be like, boom, 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 and he's getting all these angles and shit. You know? But that was the segment. Monty, do you want to know what Brian Alvarez wrote about this? Brian said, this was quite awesome. Extremely well done by everyone involved. All right.
Me when I never watched anything else in my life. Oh my God.
I'm gonna give my quick thoughts on this. I already tweeted it, and then I'll go to Monty, and then I'll let Anna just run wild. I'll let you cool off while I'm doing this. So
I don't even have what to say.
Can I be honest? Reading it in transcript form, I could see why Heyman thought this was fire, like going in. Can I be honestly, Monty? Like I read it in transcript form, I could see why they wrote that. And they're like, "Yo,
I can see why Heyman thought it was fire because it's fucking Paul Heyman, bro. That's
no,
why.
but like, think about it. When you just write that dialogue like if you just write it on paper and you look at it, and you're like, "Oh, this is gonna cook. Like this is gonna cook." And then you see the final product, and it's, "I am the storm, I am the light and the wind, and all that shit." But look. It's obviously not conventionally good, and like if you judge this as a movie scene, it's ridiculous. Like it's overproduced, over edited, way too many sound effects, way too much music, right? I thought Roman's acting was totally fine. I thought Cody's was fine. If you judge it in that like movie way, like it doesn't stand up to scrutiny, of course, right? But I'd be lying if I said I didn't have fun with it, because Roman and Cody are these two over-the-top, larger-than-life, macho, top alpha male characters. And they're essentially having this overproduced dick measuring contest that's shot like a Fast and Furious scene. And the truth is, folks, Fast and Furious is my guilty pleasure. They're my favorite bad movies. So I enjoyed it. I was entertained by it. I don't want WWE to trend in this direction, and I'm concerned that they thought this was like sincerely good in like a man. We're the cinema kings here. We got to keep doing this. Like, don't do that, please. Don't like stop. Like don't do that. But like I had fun with it. I didn't have fun with Chelsea Green in like in a dumpster, but I had fun with this, and I thought it was really, really, really funny. Like it was so fucking funny when Cody blocked Roman and said, "It's not yours to take." I'm like, oh my god. I love Cody. I love Roman. I enjoy this rivalry. I really like their dynamic. I think they're magic on screen, and I thought this silly little movie scene was fun from that standpoint. What did you think, Monty? Do you echo my sentiments or no?
Some of them, yeah. I enjoyed it, but it was just all. It was obviously similar to. It was just mostly ironically, It was just really funny. Just the camera cuts, just seeing how far WWE went with it. From Roman pulling up in fucking 7 black SUVs, the filters, the angles. You was at work, like literally the first thing I messaged you was like, "Bro, they've just done some Fast and Furious scene on SmackDown."
Why is Bert Castagnoli yelling at me?
I don't know, bro. It's not even like you was showering it with praise.
No, I didn't think it was.
It was just funny. It was funny. It was larger than life. Big stars. It's,
I said it was funny. This guy's in the chat like, "Fuck you!" I'm like, "What the fuck?"
I know. Yeah, chill out, everyone.
Yeah, just take it easy.
at least if you're saying he gets why people hate it as well. Like, and similarly, you know what I mean? Like, if you're not into this overproduced, larger than life, like shit, and you don't get a pop out of it, and you don't find it as funny as we do, and you don't ironically enjoy it as much as we do, like, I absolutely understand that,
right.
Because it's not good, it's not high quality television.
No, of course not.
So bad.
It's just like funny. It's just funny, and it's got big stars, and it's high production value, and it's just, I don't know, man. It's just
take it away.
Yeah.
I need to know how much money they spent on this.
Oh, so much.
Please, like,
at least
hilarious.
$100,000.
$100,000. Oh my
At
god,
least.
guys, it's so bad. But for me, it just like flips around. Like while I was watching the whole segment, I was crying, laughing, and I was laughing now with you just reading the lines. Me watching for the first time, I had to pause every 2 minutes because I couldn't believe what I was seeing. And it's so horrid, and it's so bad that it goes like loops all the way around to being hilarious.
Yes.
But the funny part for me is like they actually did this seriously. Like they didn't do this thinking like, haha, this is gonna be so funny. Like, no, they do this so seriously, and they thought this is amazing, this is great, this is cinema. And some people watched it and thought the same thing. It's like one of the worst things I've ever seen.
And they were hitting up Fightful like, "Don't miss SmackDown tonight." Strap in.
Like when they used to do the movies, like the WWE movies, like Marines, like 12 rounds, like those kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
Like it felt like that for me, and those movies are awful. Like, I'm sorry. Right. Like the acting, the production, everything just felt so like a Twilight Zone. I felt like I was watching something that shouldn't exist. And the camera angles, they were taking it so seriously, especially that one when Cody's leaving, he just turns his face and Roman's there.
Yes, that angle, yes.
What? The script is so bad. The music was so bad. The sound effects were just horrible. I'm sorry, the acting, like, what? If that was like their idea, let's make them like, act to see if they can get into a movie, especially Roman. No one should ever hire that man. I'm so sorry. Like, it was just so bad. It was so bad, but it's just hilarious at the same time. You cannot take that seriously. If you take it as a serious segment, like, no, it's just fucking hilarious.
You want to hear
this song is what?
I was told by someone who was sitting in Gorilla while that was airing that Triple H took his headset off at the end and went like, "Damn."
No, guys.
Needed a
Like,
breather, you know. Like, you just
No, but come on.
I was
Obviously, that's what they do
crying.
because that's what the guys in WWE do, bro. They love to pat themselves on the back, and
Yeah.
when they swing, like they think everything they do is a home run, bro.
Yeah.
They
Daddy's
they love to suck their own dick. Like, it's crazy. No, it's actually wild. Like, the fact that they did that, and they generally, of course, they did that thinking it was serious, and that's like the funniest part to me. That's what makes like high quality comedy, is that they did it so seriously. It's like The Room, like the Room, the movie.
Yeah.
It's a piece of art, but like for all the wrong reasons.
Joe in the comments said Jimmy Uso would have put up 50 in this scene. Can you imagine him being like, "Hey, I know y'all talking right now. Let a family member pop up in here right now, Oos." And you just like, I don't know.
But it's hilarious. It's really, really hilarious.
I
And
love
so
pro
someone said, I was faking the laugh, guys. No, it was really so fucking funny to me. It's one of the funniest things I've seen in such a long time.
It's hilarious.
No, Ibu, he sent me a voice message. I don't know if you guys can listen to it. When we were talking about the segments, the sound effects, I was crying in the middle of work. Wait, I don't know if you can hear this, but he did the sound effects so well. You should have done this now, Ibu.
I thought I did.
Can you hear it?
Not really though.
Try it again.
Can you hear? I don't know.
No, we can't. You can't really.
No, I cannot. You're talking over it,
bro.
Wait. Can you hear if I put it like this?
That's my wise man. That's my little follow.
Can you hear it?
I could a little bit.
When you did the boo.
Oh, that's straight out of a Michael Bay film,
No.
WWE needs to hit up.
I think honestly, now after this whole thing, I think I love it.
I'm trying to tell you.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. It's so bad that I love it.
When you told me this is hard and I said this is godly, I didn't mean godly as in like godly. It's just a godly experience that I had with this thing. It's like, I don't know.
But it is hard. It is so hard.
Monty, do you have any last thoughts before we get to AEW Grand Slam?
I think we covered it.
Hell yeah. Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed the coverage. I don't think any other podcast in wrestling did a review as good of that segment as we just did. So we're moving on to Queens, New York, because on September 25th, in 2 days, AEW will be broadcasting AEW Grand Slam. They'll also be taping Collision. And so let's go through the Collision card real quick. On Collision, we're getting Hook versus Roderick Strong for the FTW Championship. Hook and Roddy have interacted in tags. Hook pinned Roderick Strong of the Dynamite after All Out in the tag. And they've had back and forths. They interacted again this past week on Collision in the 10-man tag. And so Roddy wants the FTW Championship and Hook is all in. So they're going to have a match. Do you guys have anything to say about this matchup and who do you think wins?
I know a lot of people are terrified that Hook's going to win, but I think there's a good chance Roddy gets a win here. I don't really know what's going on with Hook anymore, and I don't care about him. So I don't really care about the result of this. But Roddy is so good that he'll probably give Hook his best match maybe ever. We'll see. Anna, do you have anything to say about Hook and Roddy?
I just don't care about this belt, and unfortunately, I don't care about Hook. So I love Roddy, but I just don't care about this match.
Same. Tornado Trios match. The conglomeration of Mark Briscoe, Kyle O'Reilly, and Orange Cassidy take on the Learning Tree, Chris Jericho, Big Bill, and Brian Keith. This is a continuation of Jericho's feud with the conglomeration. He's been feuding with Orange Cassidy for a couple weeks. Orange Cassidy paid him back for the damage he did to his jacket, but he did so in pennies, and he dropped a bunch of pennies into Jericho's car 2 weeks ago on Dynamite to the chagrin of Chris Jericho. But now the conglomeration come out to face the Learning Tree in a trios match. This will be whatever. It'll be another Jericho plunder match. Brian Keith will probably do some cool things. Kyle O'Reilly's really good. Mark Briscoe's awesome, so he's gonna bump his ass off in this stupid match. And yeah, beyond that, I have nothing really to say about this one either. Do you guys?
Not really. Yeah, shit will be an okay time. You know, bit of conglomeration business. Everyone's happy with it. You know.
Speaking of business, we're getting a MXM collection segment. MXM collection are going to unveil Max Caster's jacket makeover. So they're going to have a bit of a fashion week thing here. So if you're into that and you're excited, tap in for the MXM collection unveiling the makeover of Max Caster's jacket. The last thing officially listed for Collision is the Continental Championship Eliminator match of Sammy Guevara versus Kazuchika Okada. We spoke about this a little bit earlier, but it'll be nice to see Okada. He's facing Sammy Guevara. I can't really visualize a version of this match that's like blow away. I think it'll just kind of be fine, and like Sammy's gonna do his stuff, and then Okada's gonna beat him. If I'm being completely honest, I think Okada should like just kick the shit out of him and beat him in like 7 minutes if it was me. But they're probably gonna have like a back and forth 15-minute match. It's not for the title; it's an eliminator. Okada's not gonna lose to Sammy Guevara. Do you guys have anything to say about Okada and Sammy?
You know, I'm sure it'll be a pretty good match. Sammy will do his stuff, like you said. Okada will just beat him eventually. But it's funny because like I'm watching Sammy in his tag team with Dustin recently.
It's a pretty.
And I was like, you know what? This is actually quite inoffensive. You know,
yeah.
Like, they haven't gone too far with Sammy. He's not getting all these highlighted singles matches and stuff. And like, let's be honest, like he can work and he's fun to watch sometimes. You know. And it's like nice little spot for him at the moment. And if he can like get to a point where fans genuinely want to see him move up the card, then he's in a position where he can be elevated from, you know. So I was thinking he's in a nice spot as long as they don't, you know, start doing the shit that they always do with him, which eventually they did, you know, was he's getting a big match versus Okada on Grand Slam. It's like, yeah, okay, it's just an eliminator, but it's like that's like you're giving the Okada match on Grand Slam to Sammy Guevara, you know, you could have given that to whoever it may be, you know, list whoever you want, you know. But so yeah, I feel they're doing, and obviously you saw it all over Twitter again. We've seen it in our live chat today. It's like why Sammy, why Sammy, why Sammy, and now you put that like kind of almost negative spotlight on him again for what, you know? Like it's, I don't get it.
Anna, you got anything on Sammy and Okada here?
I mean, I would love to see Okada go full like you know, Kaito mode, like how he
Yeah.
treats like, the young. I would love to see that. But the thing is, yeah, like Monty said, like unfortunately, Sammy can wrestle. You know, like I don't like him as like a person or as a wrestler. It's not, you know, my cup of tea. But he can go in the ring, so it's not gonna be a horrid bad match. Okada's gonna give him his 15%, and that's it. It's a match that's gonna happen.
Right. Let's get down to business. The Dynamite show, which will be live this Wednesday. We have the Young Bucks facing Kyle Fletcher and Will Ospreay. A lot's been made about the tag division and the tag team championships, but they decided to put Ospreay in here, tagging with Kyle Fletcher. He's doing his friend a favor, even though he's no longer working for the Callis family, and he's doing his friend a favor, Kyle, here. And they're going to face the Bucks. And what I have to say about this, and I can't be extensive about it, I do think this will probably be like the best 2v2 Young Buck match in a long time. I think this will be the closest they look to their 2021 selves just because of their opponent and the stage. So I have high hopes for this one. And Will Ospreay hasn't missed in a big match, so I expect this to be pretty fantastic. What do you think, Monty?
Yeah, I tend to echo a lot of what you said, to be honest. I'm expecting it to be one of the better Bucks performances in a straight-up tag match in quite a while, because they're in there with people capable of having a really good Bucks match with, you know. So I'm optimistic about it. I don't think they're going to be dropping the belts or anything, but I'm optimistic about the match itself, you know.
Yeah, I don't think they're losing either. And the result will probably like further the Ospreay story with the Callis family. Obviously, Takeshita's been shooting him dirty looks. We'll see how that situation evolves. Anna, do you have anything to say about the Bucks versus Ospreay and Fletcher?
I'm actually very excited for this one. Like I do understand all the criticism when they had the casino gauntlet, like all of that. Of course, yeah, I fully agree. The tag division is not in a good place, and keep giving like Ospreay these wins and whatever. But it's gonna be a great match, you know. Like you said, it's probably gonna be the best Young Bucks match in a very long time. I think it's gonna be very, very good. Ospreay does not miss, and the Young Bucks, when they have to put on like the big matches, they always deliver as well. And Kyle Fletcher is also great. I would love if that could end up being like a Mark Davis comeback or something. Like I would like to see that. I don't think it's gonna happen, but I think it's probably. I don't see it also them doing like a clean finish. It's probably gonna be either an Elite or a Don Callis like fuckery in the middle, you know.
Yeah.
But I would like to see like a clean finish because I think it's gonna be generally like a great match. So
Yeah, I do too. I do too. They've been overtly hinting a lot of Aussie Open stuff, and or because like they did the finisher last week and all that. Are you excited for Mariah May and Yuka? And I've been down on Mariah May's work lately, to be completely honest with you. But it's cool that Yuka has been featured. I don't know how well this will do in Queens, but it should be a well worked match. This website, WrestleZone, lists Dynamite as a 6-match show. So if it's 6 matches, some of these aren't going to go that long, to be honest, unless they just do no angles and interviews. But I expect Mariah and Yuka to be a well worked, totally solid match that goes about 8 minutes, and then Mariah gets to win. What do you think, Anna?
I'm actually excited for this one. Like I agree. I think, of course, we couldn't expect, you know, after the whole story with Mariah and Tony, for Mariah still to be like on the same thing now without Tony. I think it makes sense for now to take like a little dip and then build her way back up to being like a champion and stuff. I would like to see her featured a lot more and wrestling a lot more as well. But I'm excited for this one. I think it's a very interesting opponent. I'm happy for Yuka now that she's back and everything. And I think it's going to be a good match. Like Mariah usually doesn't miss against Japanese opponents. So I'm excited for this one. But I don't think it's going to be like super long or, you know, best match of the year. But I think it's going to be very solid.
Anything, Monty?
Not really. We're gonna try to keep it good vibes, you know. But Mariah
Yep.
May has not been you know.
Yeah.
She needs to show me something in this match, you know.
I don't remember this one. Oh no, I do. It says here that the Pac, Claudio, Wheeler, Yuta are defending their belts against TBA. Do we not know the opponents?
No, it hasn't been said. They said they're defending their titles, and Wheeler Utah's got to be there.
Right.
And then
Oh,
Private Party called them out before they
Right,
jumped
that's what it
Moxley,
is.
and then they got jumped by Moxley and Cole, and now his Cassidy's hands, quote, broken or whatever.
Right,
So who knows if Private
right.
Party will make it? But that match was never like graphic official or anything.
Yeah, so we'll see what that ends up being. It may even be more of an angle than a match. The focus of this actually is going to be Wheeler Yuta and what choice he makes, because there's a decent chance here, Monty, that Private Party and a partner, whoever that partner is, there's a decent chance that they're going to win the match. I think the way John's been kicking the shit out of them, it calls for them to win. And if they win, I think what'll activate the win will be Wheeler Yuta walking out on the BCC. I think Yuta walks out, and then it's 2v3, and then the baby faces get the W. That's what I expect here.
And I would love if it was like Private Party and Garcia, you know, and that's like Garcia's way to say that he's signed again, and then they come out and they get the titles. I would personally love that. Do I think that's gonna happen? I don't know. People are saying Commander, maybe, but it would just be nice to see Private Party with titles.
Right. What's the live chat talking about here? But I guess we're missing some big business here on the show. But all right, so moving along here, we have the lumberjack strap match. This may be Collision. I think it's kind of unclear where this is going to be, but it's Hangman Page and Jeff Jarrett. I hate lumberjack matches, but I do like strap matches, and I think Hangman Page is an amazing wrestler. I think Jeff Jarrett is a good wrestler, and so I expect this to be pretty fucking awesome, to be honest with you. There's a pretty good chance that out of this entire taping, it ends up being the 4th best match on the show. Probably actually the 4th best match on the show. So I think this will be very good. What do you guys have anything on Hangman Page and Jeff Jarrett?
Oh, Hangman. He's got to do some serious damage to Jeff Jarrett, innit? You know, he's got to he's got to fuck him up bad, bro. I would think. That's just how I feel, you know.
Oh,
he has to kill him.
Oh yeah, I fully expect Hangman to like murder Jeff Jarrett.
Right. Yeah, 100%. Bryan Danielson and Nigel McGuinness. Nigel's coming out to fight Bryan one last time. I expect this to be very moving. I expect this to be fucking beautiful. I expect this to be memorable. And it's pretty much the main reason why I'm locked in on this show. Bryan Danielson, Nigel McGuinness, one last time, non-title. I think even though Nigel hasn't wrestled a singles match since 2011, I still like confidently and comfortably believe that this will be really good.
Yeah.
And that's just the bottom line there. I hope he brings back his old hairstyle. Get some temporary hair dye, get some hair gel, make it happen, Nigel.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Absolutely.
I don't think it will. I think we're being a bit too optimistic with the hair and stuff. But in terms
Oh, yeah,
of the actual match itself, I'm completely with you, man. Like,
right.
I saw enough at Wembley from our knowledge, you know. I saw enough at Wembley. I mean, I think even if we didn't see what we saw at Wembley, I would have still been quite confident. It's Bryan Danielson, and Nigel was so good, and I don't think he would like come back to embarrass himself anyway. So like. And to the point Ibu was making earlier about like kind of the narrative they've been trying to build for this match, I don't quite agree with the way they've told this story, because I would have liked like Bryan and Nigel to actually like have had like a promo segment together and stuff. But obviously they are trying to build it up in a way where it's like, oh, maybe you'll think Nigel has a chance because Bryan's hurt, blah 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 blah. And I think that layout of match will probably work very well. You know, a lot of Bryan selling, Nigel just being like just a piece of shit, you know, aggressive, etc., etc. So I think the match itself is actually, as like Ibu said, really confident in it, to be fair, considering one of the guys hasn't actually had a singles match in over a decade. So, you know, these are the games we play, man. I love Nigel, bro. Happy he's getting the match.
Absolutely.
Honestly, I fully agree with you, Monty. Like, that was my main thing. Like, of course, I'm super happy that the match is happening, but I really wanted to see them face to face, having like a promo segment or just a segment at all before the match happened. I do understand why they're doing this,
with
but
JR.
I just wanted to see something, you know, with Bryan involved, because it is. But I do like that they're kind of focusing on Nigel and letting Nigel do that. I feel like it's special for him as well. But I feel like this match could be just 15 minutes of them just slapping each other, standing in the ring, just looking at each other, and I'm gonna be like, yes,
yeah,
that's that match of the year. Like,
they already have.
I'm looking forward. Yeah, I'm looking forward for this one. I feel like it doesn't need to be the best work match we've ever seen in our lives, but just the fact that it's happening, it already feels
special.
like it's emotional. It's special, yeah. It's emotional, you know. It's important. So I'm just really happy that this match is happening and that Nigel's at a place that he can have this match. So
absolutely. John Moxley. Actually, we'll save that one. We'll do Saraya's rules first. So it was announced on Rampage that Saraya will be facing Jamie Hayter in a Saraya's rules match. We found out on Collision what a Saraya's rule match is. And the bottom line of a Saraya's rules match, I don't have it in front of me, but basically, you're not allowed to interfere unless you're helping Saraya and you're a friend of Saraya's. You can't get Saraya can do rope breaks, but if you're facing her, which it's Jamie here, Jamie can't get a rope break. Essentially, like the rules are skewed towards Saraya. She can cheat, she can get assistance, she can get help, she can use weapons, she gets rope breaks, but Jamie Hayter has she does not have the luxury of any of these things. So it's basically meant to handicap Jamie Hayter against Saraya. Saraya's probably going to lose. And beyond that, I don't really have much to say. It feels very like 1998 when like Austin would face one of Vince's stooges and they basically tie one hand behind his back figuratively and he'd still win. So it'll be a vehicle to make her look strong. But beyond that, I don't have that much time for this. I don't know if you guys have anything to say on Saraya's rules.
Obviously, I think Saraya's losing, but it's just like I'm not getting the impression that she's done in the territory, which I think at least a few of us thought could be a possibility with a contract coming up, and obviously this being like quite a big match as far as like Saraya matches go, you know. So obviously a lot of people did think there was a possibility this could be her last dance in AEW. I don't think it is because I'm not getting that impression at the moment. So, what do you think, Bill? Do you think it'll be her last match in AEW, or do you think she's gonna figure something out with Tony?
I don't get the feeling that it's over here. Maybe
that's what I'm saying.
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. But
I think she's gonna. I think she'll work something out with Tony because I think Tony brought her in on quite a nice amount of money, you know, because it's like it's Paige from WWE and stuff, and obviously seeing it in effect is very different. I think Tony
Right.
still thinks she has something to offer, but I don't think it'll be quite as much as he thought she had to offer when he first signed her. So I think there's a potential that she stays with AEW on slightly less money or something, but I doubt that'll actually get reported because unless it comes from like the Tony side of things, you know. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. It's an interesting one, though. I think.
Before we get,
I'm
to
just.
yeah, go
I
ahead.
was just gonna say, I'm just excited to see Jamie being done with Saraya, like moving on to the other women in the division. You know, like her coming back already, and getting herself involved in this Saraya vortex or something. It's like, come on, like I get it, but come on, you know, let's move on.
Yeah. Before we get to the main match here, there's going to be a Nana angle where he addresses Swerve's medical status. There's all kinds of things that this could be. People have mentioned Hangman Page, but I personally believe that this is where we start getting the Hurt Business involved with AEW. I think they confront him. To do what exactly and to say what, I'm not so sure, but my belief is that he has to deal with those guys. That's my prediction on that one. I don't know if you guys have any other prediction there.
You know what, Eva?
What's
That's
that?
my prediction as well, mate. You took the words right out my mouth. I don't know how you come up with these things, brother. Crazy.
Right. Absolutely. Anna, do you have any prediction for this thing?
Ivo, you just, you know, it's like you can read my mind.
Anyways, John Moxley, Darby, we've seen that match a million times. It's always good. Darby Mox, it's like we know what that match looks like. It's a very good match. And
well, hold on, actually.
What's up?
Because we're all hoping that Moxley's actually like, you know, he's out of his little weird side quest phase that he was in, you know.
Right.
But even if he was in that phase, to be fair, Darby would still probably make it work, bro. But yeah, I am hoping we get like a vicious Mox and not like a fucking. I'm not saying him. I don't want Jiu-Jitsu Mox, bro. You know.
Floor work Mox.
Yeah. We're all in agreement that he's going to take Darby's title shot away from him, right? Like he's going to just win that off of him and fight Danielson.
I don't want to see that.
Let's just we have to accept reality. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's what Brian wants, so whatever. But come on.
Absolutely. I guess so. So that's AEW Grand Slam. I'm looking forward to the show. Hopefully, it's awesome. And I guess with that, let's get right to the final super chat so we can get the fuck out of here.
All right, we got about 10 or something, so we got a couple. So we're gonna power through them. Hush 199, Ibby, what do you think can actually break Punk?
Perceived disrespect from management.
Don't know, 499. Need Drew and Punk to not blade and only use kendo sticks for my personal enjoyment. Need to see the timelines crash out.
That would make me mad.
Showdown Spurs $5. Move aside Succession. Get Lost Breaking Bad. Who cares about the bear? All the Emmys. Listen, bro. What's his Oh, what did Triple H didn't do the closing credit at the end of SmackDown last week? Did he?
I don't think he did, but the week before,
yeah, I think he only did it on the premiere episode, bro. Like executive producer Paul Levesque.
We should have gotten that. We should have gotten that at the end of the. We should have gotten that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Roman Reigns.
Jeremy Ball ration.
Yeah, that would have been
so. Black Yakuza 94. There were Rhea and Liv stand unironically asking why they couldn't get a segment like that on Friday. People legitimately think it was great cinema.
Listen, man, respectfully, because I actually like Rhea Ripley, and I think Liv has done decent in this role. Do you know how much even worse that segment would have been that we got? Liv and
Yeah,
Rhea?
it's bro, like
Like-
as hilarious and like not actually genuinely good as it was, you know. It was like you can't even have the audacity to pull that off with anyone like
No.
less than Cody and Roman, you know. It's like we can talk about Dwayne doing them, talk about Cody and Roman doing them.
Rhea Ripley in this would be really bad.
Yes, I mean, like those three names I just said, it's probably about it, bro. You know.
If Rhea and Liv did it, it'd be like the worst segment of all time.
Brendan
What
Thomas
you
won
took
that.
from me? It's why I went on my revenge tour, and it's like, all right, bro. Okay, all right.
Brendan Thomas 199. What's the word on Wardlow?
There is no word on Wardlow.
I mean,
As
he was
shouldn't.
he did some media for AEW recently. He was at I think he was at one of like the football games or something like that, bro. But in terms of like TV usage, creative and stuff, like Ibu said, nada.
There's nothing to do with Wardlow. It's done. Let's back it up, you know.
Come on.
Bro, you say the same thing all the time. What you talking about? I'm usually the one saying "come on" to you when we talk about fucking Wardlow, bro. Like,
Yeah, no, he's not
First-
not very good, but you know, like what are you know?
yeah, they had he was very much like a, you know, lightning in the bottle kind of thing, you know.
Yeah.
Amari 316 V2 $5. I would ironically want a WWE Studios buddy cop action movie featuring Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns with Solo Sikoa and the final boss, but Rock as the bad guys. Yeah, I'd watch that, bro. I'd get unlimited clips and shit out of it, you know. Like if WWE announced some shit like that, bro, like I would be
if
like shout,
Yeah.
like, we'd do like a watch along when it drops and shit.
Yes,
you know?
I was gonna say that. I was gonna say that if that happens, we need to watch that whole movie live on stream.
Yeah, we'll just watch it on stream. We'll
Alright,
do a
it'd be
worldwide
amazing.
watch that
It'd
movie.
be amazing, bro. Brandy would be in it.
Please.
Oh my god, Brandy.
It'd be like a hologram of Dusty, you know.
Oh my god.
Could you imagine a Brandy Roman Cody love triangle situation in a film or something?
No, come on, bro.
Listen, Roman dirty macking and talking in Brandy's ear. He's just like,
Wait. Do you guys think with the Netflix deal they would make movies?
I could see it, to be honest with you.
Nah,
Those shitty like
nah.
Netflix
I don't
movies.
think Netflix won't go for that. I don't think.
For just some bullshit ass movie.
Nah.
Maybe
If
this scene that they
WWE do
made was like
movies,
their
it'll be what they
pitch, you
did
know?
before. Nobody's gonna pay WWE to do movies, bro. Like if WWE do movies, it'll be like what they've done in the past, you know. Like
No, but
fun on WWE
Netflix
Studios.
Netflix loves like those money laundering movies, you know what I mean? Like
No,
those
but
movies that
when
no
you've got
one watches,
when you've got
and
an
they're
entity,
awful.
when you've got something like WWE as part of your streaming service, it's like I think Netflix will just bleed them for documentaries and stuff. Not all the sort of shit you'd see on the network. I think they'll do that times 10 if they feel the need to, depending on how well, obviously, like the live programming and stuff goes.
Yeah. I'm telling you, Monteiths, we're gonna get so many bad movies.
See, listen, I'd pop for
The
it
Marine
because
7.
we create content. So if WWE do hilarious shit like that, like it's a plus for me, you know, because we can do
Yeah.
watch-alongs, we can do reviews, we can do everything. You know?
Oh my god,
And
love
are you locked in for the Marine 7 starring Karrion Kross and Bronson Reed? Like, you know. Honestly, that might be Karrion Kross's calling, doing bad WWE movies.
So you know what, this is I think this is more likely as well. Cameos, you know, like you'll see Roman in like a fucking like a shitty
Cobra
Netflix
Kai or
film.
something.
Yeah, like you know, I think we'll see some of that as well over the next what is it like 5 years. So
Oh my god.
yeah, man. Kale 20 pesos. Ibu, Anna asked you nicely what the B is. Rude.
She did ask me nicely, and
Yes.
Send her a link.
maybe.
Like, you're actually denying information to a Latina. You're not helping your case here.
I'm not. You're not. Y'all not gonna get me. You will not get me.
Jumanji Hunter $2. The MXM is so jarring on AEW. They're so WWE pilled.
They're WWE built because they were created literally by the late stage Vince McMahon. Like the gimmick was invented by 2022 Vince McMahon.
Zora Hart $10. I might be clinging to my stocks, but I think when you remember it's Mariah's first year on TV, she's doing better than expected. Doesn't need a long reign. I hope she doesn't drop back to Turner. I mean, no,
Yes.
when you talk about it, overall sense, yeah. But at the end of the day, bro, it's like when you're the world champ, you're the world champ. So it's like I'm not gonna be like, oh well, it's the first year on TV. It's like, bro, they've put the belt on her. So
Yeah.
she has done great so far, and in a general sense, if you talk from when she first debuted to now, she's still doing very good. It's just this reign so far has been so like, I haven't
But
really.
that's not on her, It's like it's on the booking. I feel she's just not being booked as a champion, and they don't know what. I feel like they just don't really know like what to fully do. They had the whole plan with the Tony story, but then afterwards they're like, yeah, we're gonna figure it out, and they're still trying to figure it
Yeah,
out.
there's definitely elements of
So
that. It's kind of what we all of us said it at one point or another that we kind of like was worried about, like then what happens when she wins the title. But
yeah,
in terms of there is definitely an element of that in terms. Obviously, this is what she's doing at the moment, and kind of waiting around for me now and going back and forth with Yuka and a couple of little defenses that she's had. It's
yeah.
like she's had, it's not as focused as the Tony stuff, of course, Matt. And there is elements of the booking to it, but I think her performances as well and the promos and stuff. Like, I don't think any of it's been like particularly
Yeah.
good. I don't think it's like terrible. I don't think I don't. Has she done anything good in like the spots she's been put in since she's won the belt?
I thought the match at Wembley was good, but since then, nothing has really landed for me personally.
Some of the promos have been.
Yeah,
No, I'm not. I don't know who's writing them for her, and I don't know if it's her or I don't know if it's someone doing it for her, but I'm just saying some of the promos so far have been.
Yeah. But I do agree that I hope that she doesn't drop it back to Tony, because I hate like when titles just become like hot potato kind of thing, between one person and the other. And like, yeah, you finish the story with Tony and then like, oh, but it's Grand Slam Australia, so let's give it back to Tony. Oh, but now Mariah has to win again. Like, no, Mariah won it, you finish the story, like give it to someone else afterwards, Like let's change it up. I don't like when they keep like in between the same two people. So
yeah, I hear that. We'll see.
We got I'm just reading this PW Insider. Nick Khan is at WWE show tonight.
Oh no.
CM Punk is backstage with the world famous Larry the Dog.
Oh no.
Cody, it's time.
Nick is there to be like, Phil, I know you're upset right now. Your ego might even be hurt.
There are a number of Netflix executives visiting at Raw tonight in advance of the series moving there in this January. Yeah. Yeah, nothing too crazy.
Yeah. They're in Cali, that's why that type of thing is happening.
But yeah, you saw Mariah, man. I'd still hold the stocks as well if I had bought them in the first place, to be honest. I won't be selling yet. Showtime Spurs $5. Selfishly hope this is Soraya's write-off match, not only because it lets Jamie do more interesting things, but to see what they do with Hartley Cameron.
I hear that. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Well, I selfishly hope this is Soraya's last match because she sucks and I don't want to see her anymore. So.
TK, get me Woa. TK, get me Woe by Black Rob for the Hurt Syndicate.
I don't know that song.
We're old, Bro 199. Need Yuta and Darby versus Claudio and Pac at Wrestle Dream. Nice match.
Darby and Yuta versus.
That would be a good match.
Masso 199. Hot to a girl likes wrestling. Get her on the party.
No, I'm good.
Hayley Welch. Oh, she's just she seems like a pretty normal girl, to be honest. She's like, she had a little viral moment, and like obviously, like you get a manager, you get all these people around her, so like, obviously she's she's kind of riding that wave at the moment. I don't know. I don't think you see her like kind of like doing like the crazy like clickbaiting stuff, like you see like a loads of little like Twitch streamers and stuff. That she seems pretty harmless, to be honest, and people seem to hate her. So like, I've always found that kind of weird the past few months with the hot to a girl. Some people just like hate her because she had like a little viral moment when her herself actually seems like a pretty normal,
Monty, I love how you had more to say about the Hawk Tuah girl than like most of the other super
it's-
chats.
Like Monty is just like
Most of them are
I gotta-
directed at Ibu, bro. So I just let him cook. You know, it's like the people want to hear Ibu and his takes and his potential scoops. And
Monty said, "This is what I have to say about the Hawks."
this is what people need to hear. You know, people need to know how to be nice to these these social figures. You know, nobody wants to see these people getting abused, even if it's our own, like Ibu. You know, or on a larger scale, like Haley. so I will be sending her an invite to WrestlePurists Worldwide 100. Could you imagine if she came out and she had like real takes, you know?
Talking about? What are we talking about?
Comes on, starts breaking down. comes on, starts breaking down Andrade versus Melo.
What's the next super chat?
I think we're done. That's kind of why I'm just fucking. That's why I'm just fucking. That's why I'm fucking around, bro. Like,
This show is
playing with house money, you know.
Listen, folks. I hope you guys had fun. I had fun. I'm really hungry, and I'm getting cranky because I haven't eaten in like 6 hours. Anna, appreciate you as always.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
What's wrong with you?
Listen,
Grown man.
Busy. I'm a busy guy.
Bro, you're the cook of the house as well, aren't you?
Yeah. So I've been like mentally like figuring out like what I'm gonna do now. But yeah, man, I'm gonna handle my business. I thought the show was fun. I appreciate you guys for being so supportive. I really appreciate the super chat. That's how we pay our bills. I say this every time. And I thought the Roman Cody coverage that we did on this show was unbelievably fun. So appreciate you guys for that. Appreciate all the support as always. I'll catch you guys tomorrow on the Raw review. And
couple plugs.
Yeah, what's up? Go for it.
Since you're wrapping it up. Yeah, obviously the Raw review tomorrow. EB is going to try and confirm that reckless speculation he threw out there at the start of the pod.
Yeah.
Next week, as I just kind of jokingly touched on, WrestlePurists Worldwide 100. I've put in a few phone calls. There's some big guests coming in, so I expect us three and a couple more people, familiar faces. We haven't put in a call to CM Punk or anything like that. I'll get you to do that throughout the week. But yeah, man, WrestlePurists 100, WrestlePurists Worldwide 100. If you was on the stream for WrestlePurists Podcast 100, that was like one of the best streams we've ever fucking done. So this will be different because it's worldwide, but I'm fired up for it. You know, 100 episodes. I've been here for everyone.
Yeah,
you skipped a couple towns, but
like a couple.
You've done most of them.
I've probably done like 95 worldwides.
Yeah, probably, maybe even more. To be honest, probably like 9. I think you've missed like 2, if you know. But yeah, Hulbert did like 85 or so, like 80, 85. Anna's done like 10 or something. You know, Manny did like 50, probably. You know. But yeah, man, I love this show.
Absolutely,
I love this show. So yeah, like I said, big one next week. WrestlePurists Worldwide 100 next Monday, and obviously tomorrow. Make sure you tapped in for the Raw review with either Rob. Hopefully, Jana or Isra can join them as well.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, man, good shit. Make sure you like, subscribe. Appreciate the super chats. Appreciate you guys for watching. And yeah, we will see you tomorrow. Peace.